Welcome everyone to Price Action Live at TradersPost for January 8th, 2026. I'm one of your traders, Tom Hartman, alongside Mike, the more you know Christensen, co-founder and CSO of TradersPost. Up to 4 days a week at Price Action Live, we trade in front of you using the advanced trade execution engine known as TradersPost, the epic software that upgrades your trading. Whether trading stocks, futures, options, or crypto, TradersPost has got you covered. Today's stream is brought to you by Blue Sky, the best-in-class prop firm that offers same-day activation, daily payouts, and no max restrictions. Visit bluesky.pro and sign up for your first prop firm account today and trade futures like never before. Use coupon code WELCOME26 to get 50% off your launch plan account. Limit 1 per person. It is a new year still, but markets are behaving just like they always did, in which I mean that yesterday's call that the NASDAQ would move to 702 is exactly what happened. Did Tom make any money off of that? No, because I got stopped out before the price moved in my direction. Long story, short outcome. How did you do yesterday?
Not bad. I mean, it was a good start. Most of the profit was actually made right at the electronic open last night. So made a couple $100, and I'm kind of back on the path here. I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but I always like to wake up to rogue accounts too, that some subscription with a firm that I completely forgot about. So I had one of those this morning from Blue Sky. I was like, oh, well, there's another Blue Sky account. All right, let's trade that one.
Nice. All right.
Totally forgot about that subscription.
Well, today's gonna be a NASDAQ day for me because my scalping strategy on silver wrecked my account, which is fine. I sort of experimented with to see how it would go. So now it's time to refocus back on. Well, once I saw yesterday that the price went exactly to where I expected to on NASDAQ, I was like, what am I doing? I spent all this time trying to figure out where price goes, and I'm just not trading it. Today's level for the NASDAQ, I have headed towards 25,868.50. That's my target to the upside. So I will be going long now towards there since we are near VWAP, midnight VWAP.
Yeah, I think if I'm taking a look at the 2-hour chart here, this has been interesting. We posted this this higher high on the shorter term time frame, the 2-hour time frame, and hit the psychological level of 26,000, and then immediately retraced right back to the 25.6 level, which I know you and I were talking about yesterday. This has become a pretty critical level now on this 2-hour time frame. And we found support in the electronic hours. So now we're back up to the 25,800 level, testing to see if this is a continuation. As I'm looking at this regression trend from the bottom from January 2nd, it looks like we could see a continuation from here. It confirmed the channel. We just need to get past this 25.8 level again. And it's funny because, we we were talking about the 25.8 level being the hurdle to cross in a previous session. And it finally got there three times now. Once here, once here, once here. So let's see if we can get there and keep going. I feel pretty bullish from the open. It looks bullish. It looks like we've confirmed the lower highs, the higher lows, and we're looking like it's starting a continuation. I like this higher high, but we'll see. We got this major resistance at 26, and then of course just right above that is 26.1 from the previous resistance point.
Well, we have the dollar here that did what I expected. It's bouncing up higher. Now it's above its 3-month average, which means, or 3-month support, which means we're headed back into bullish territory for the dollar, which is bad generally for equities, but because of options, you get still wild moves intraday. But
Yep.
Bitcoin is showing the weakness there, where it didn't even get back up to the 98,000 level, which I was hoping, I was expecting for, and it's already started to roll over. So my bear market call for Bitcoin is still in. It has not been invalidated yet, and so I'm just short Bitcoin.
Oof. Yeah, look at that pullback. Yikes. Yeah, crypto's been such a funny one, but we're still kind of back to this major support level here. So let's see if we can continue on Bitcoin.
I just don't see where the liquidity is coming from. All the
Yeah,
all
it's
the
just the
headlines
same
in the
market it
world are
was in 2017, right?
exactly.
Yep.
If all the governments in the world getting in and all the big companies getting in buying, it's not doing anything.
Yep. I agree.
What
A lot of
is?
it's just buying and holding these days. For the governments anyway, the sovereign wealth funds.
And they're buying and holding, and the expectation is that they won't sell.
Right. Exactly. That's what I mean.
Which is supposed to be
what they're really
thing.
doing is just limiting the supply, which should improve scarcity principles, but I don't know. It still represents an interesting risk to the market.
All right, market open 9:30. I'm currently long.
All right, a lot of sell side pressure at 8:05 right from the open. It looks like there's a lot of probably profit taking from the overnight taking place there. We're going to give it a few candles, obviously, before we do anything.
Hey, Aventura, thank you for being here. It's dark outside Mike's place. Yes, absolutely. He's in the past.
We're getting a little cloudy weather here because it's supposed to snow tonight and tomorrow. Finally, I think maybe spring is finally over. We're going into winter now, so everything's backwards here. By the way, what kind of mischief?
Hey, Benjamin Blue.
Over here. Can I downgrade TradersPost to just one broker, or was that only a 1-week trial? Ben Blue, if you're on a trial still, then you unfortunately can't use any more live brokers. You'd have to upgrade to use that one live broker. The trial just lets you test paper accounts. Holy cow, look at that sell-off.
Yep.
60 points down. All right, that looks like confirmation of a rejection there. So next stop here would be 25,650. You're on the starter plan. I mean, yeah, you can go to the upgrade panel on your account, and you can reduce the number of accounts you have connected there. What that's going to do is leave a credit in your account so that the next billing cycle would be reduced by that amount. Stripe pretty much handles all of that stuff for us. So if you want to downgrade for any reason, you can just use that credit for the next billing cycle.
Well, I got stopped out of my long.
Bummer.
I'm going to try again at 728, although I don't have a big hope that that'll work.
Yeah, there's a lot of buying pressure that just showed up at 740 and 745. Point of control just registered here. Yeah, no problem. Ben Blue, if you run into any issues with the billing side, just feel free to ping us on support. We're happy to help you with that stuff. And I think actually Trevor is out for one more day, so you might be talking to me on support.
All right, let's see here.
Is that the remaining flush out? Feels like it. Right now, I'm just watching candles.
Right.
Just seeing what they do.
All right, is that a bounce off of weekly? Not a lot of strength there.
I like that bounce off of 725 there. And the buyers remain there too. There's a lot of resting orders, about 100 contracts resting there at the 725, 730 zone. Potentially now we see some support from here.
Nope, I got out. Oh, well.
Not a ton of ATR right at the open here. I'm actually pretty happy with how low things are. Volatility is still pretty low at 15.7. These are tradable candles, but I just want to wait for something to form here.
Right.
Peter says, Tom, you broke a rule yesterday, so I'm watching you today. You got eyes on you, buddy.
41.
Okay, interesting. There's a massive number of sell-side contracts, 507 in queue at...
Yikes.
right to that zone for them to push it right back down again.
Bid 40. Bid 40.
Wow, look at that.
Okay.
Well,
Almost
dollar up. I should have shorted. It is dollar up.
It's hard to want to, short immediately. Obviously in the past I've said that's exactly the kind of price action I'm trying to get involved in, but I don't know, my win rate's not great for the first 6 minutes. That would have been a good one though. So right back down to the bottom of this regression trend on the 2-hour chart. S1 still at the 25,650 level. Is the question here, I guess, is this oversold, and are we ready to mean revert now?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Let's go long. Let's do it. Yeah, we're not that far off from VWAP either. Buyers are really trying to push price back up. 25,700 has become a critical level. There's a lot of orders resting there. Order book imbalance keeps registering on the bid side as well. This is one of those mornings where I'm really happy to have Bookmap because it really helps me understand where I should be avoiding, shorts like this. Like normally, if I didn't have Bookmap open, I'd be like, "Oh, this is a perfect short. Let's go."
Right.
Maybe. I don't know. I think maybe I'd be avoiding it just because we're in this S1 band now.
Well, it's the maybe that'll kill someone.
It's true, Tom.
Bid 40.
Yeah, buyers are back in
Bid
again.
40. Bid 47.
Okay, is this the floor? If so, I don't mind going long.
I'm already in. Let's see how this goes. I don't have any downside targets. My downside target is what? Nothing. 566? 200? I don't know. There's no downside target for me.
Bid 42.
All right, dead cat. Just completely reverse, please. What's silver doing? Silver's back up. Bitcoin's bouncing some.
All right, there's the bounce.
It just right squeezed in between. We're right below weekly VWAP, which is not where I like to be for a long.
Yeah, likewise. I can't tell if we're confirming a close below weekly VWAP. I think that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What I really want to know is if we're going to defend this 670 level.
6-7.
6-7. Oh my God. I can't tell you how many times my kids say that. My daughter's gotten to a point now where she's just throwing gang signs at me with the 6-7. She's just holding 6 and 7 with her hands. I'm like, all right. Cool. Head nod. I don't understand what we're saying, but it sounds good.
Well, that broke down.
We're still at 670. 6-7. A lot of resting orders still at 680, 677, 675. I keep trying to push the price back up. I don't. Even without Bookmap, I would not be going short here. I don't like this support zone. I want to see us break this band first.
Right.
This feels like one of those days where finally I go long below VWAP, and Tom is like, "Yeah."
Yep. Only place I like going long.
Well, let's give it a try. I'll test the waters. I would say I successfully caught that trade. And I'd like to put on a second leg here in a bit if we can confirm support.
Well, that's not looking good.
Yeah, a lot of support still at 680, but yeah, that little pullback there. Sellers can easily eat through these orders. There's not a lot left, and there it is.
Yeah, I got nothing here.
Okay, no go on the long. Is it time to start reversing our thinking?
We're right in.
I just don't
all
like
the.
it. This should be support. We gotta. I think I have to wait like 20 minutes here. So to prevent myself from button clicking, I've got a new lockout feature in my Chrome extension. I'm going to set it for 15 minutes and wait for this candle to close. So that's it for me. One loss. We'll come back and try again on a second trade here in about 15 minutes.
Peter's complaining about the clanking music that we have playing in the background, but I can't change it. Restream has locked me into the music for some reason.
It looks like that long was actually the right move. Let's see.
I don't know. I don't know.
I got a Muse headband and started planning a project to connect heart rate from it to lockouts. That's pretty cool. A Muse headband. Is that like interesting? Brain activity sensing headband measures brain activity. Got it. EEG signal into audio feedback that's fed in. Does it? Are you able to get like the raw data out of the headband, or does it just feed you its own formatted data? I would totally get this. This is so cool. Cognitive performance measured. Yeah. Oh man, can you imagine all of us traders with these Muse headbands? Every one of us, so everybody's measuring their brain activity while we trade.
It's the future. It's like, you don't have your headband?
You don't have your headband? You're not measuring your EEG? Check it out. Yes, you can. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna nerd out on this. Thanks for the share there, Ben Blue. Formatted in app, but raw with various ways. Yeah, is it fairly easy to just get the data into a single, resource? Can you do you have to manually transfer the data, or is it possible to? Holy cow! Okay, that's the break.
Down we go.
That's what we call a missed move, Tom.
S41.
Repo somebody's already built. Oh, cool. So there's something on GitHub to follow. Nice. Yeah, that's pretty fun. I know it kind of like lines up with what we had workshopped in Michigan last year about how we can start using these types of input tools to correlate it to our trades. And that's really the kind of the stuff we want to do, where you can connect devices or share your stream URL or share your heart rate data, whatever data you can import into TradersPost via API then gets combined with your trades. And now you can start creating at least regression correlations, right, between those two things. And that's useful data is your input data. Behavioral data tends to be far more predictive than trying to predict the market, obviously. So if we can use these tools to build rules around our trading, then it should improve things over the time.
Yeah, Peter tried to do that for a while, but the reliability of having the webcam detect heart rate.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It was so variable. The chess people, they do it with a full on. They have a tracker, a sensor that's on the chess players' bodies in order to get the appropriate heart rate. But we were trying to avoid people having to buy hardware in order to do it.
Yeah.
Bid 40.
All right, I gotta wait 11 more minutes here. I locked myself out on purpose.
42.
And that move's looking sweeter and sweeter by the minutes.
I mean, it still all feels dubious to me. I don't have any targets.
Well, my target would be if we broke the band, the next move from here would be down to 400, 25,400. That's a big move down. It's a mighty big move.
What are you seeing at 400?
What's that?
What level are you seeing at 400?
It's just the previous support zone.
Oh, I see.
Band. There's a lot of orders at 575 right now. So, it may not go very far, but as it stands, sellers are flushing this down.
Bid 42.
Okay, 100 orders just showed up at 600. Let's see if they can maintain that.
Right on the 15-minute.
Looks like I'm switching gears, waiting the 9 minutes and seeing if a regression reversal is possible here. So just measuring this out, we've got a very strong downtrend so far. That means I would wait for a break of this regression trend and try to go long after that.
Are you going to update your Chrome extension to give you like a dopamine chime or something like that when you do something to protect yourself?
Maybe. I think what I'm going to do is just build some rules around the sum of losses for the day. If the last trade was a loss and the sum of losses is greater than 400, it's just going to really start slowing me down. It's going to try to prevent the machine gun behavior, right, where I'm just like smattering trades all over the place. Say hello to my little friend. The left mouse click that just kills me every time, and it's cost me so much money.
I've never seen it as the left mouse click. Yeah, that left mouse click has ruined many a life.
It has. This stupid button is more costly than beneficial sometimes.
All right, if we're in the Muse headband territory, that means the Neuralink.
That. All right, that's a reversal.
That's the bounce. Yeah, that's the bounce we're looking for. And that happened exactly at the weekly mitigated VWAP at 619 and right at 945, which is the suspicious beginning of the next 50-minute candle.
Okay, so S1 could be confirmed here at 675. We just wicked out of it a little bit. So let's see what happens in 12 minutes.
But I think we just potentially confirm midnight VWAP. Maybe we even roll over at the weekly, and then we go back down because we're right underneath all the resistances.
Yep. For what it's worth, I'm still in profit today from my electronic timing or my electronic hours open trade. So, even that one little loss didn't hurt me too bad. If we can get some kind of trade here on the other side, it would be a cross above VWAP, and we push higher to test 25,800 from there. So I'm going to hope to get long here in the next 7 minutes. This is perfect timing though, because this gives me the opportunity to see if this is just a VWAP rejection, or if we're going to cross above VWAP and continue the uptrend. Right. No trading for me today. Fixing my broken strategies, says Aventura. Yeah, good luck on that, man. I know that's a process. Starting to look like an invalidated uptrend here. VWAP rejection. Right off the previous support line as well. That's 675. Tom, did you notice I said look like? I haven't taken any trades yet. Ruin hasn't happened yet. I'm not going to lie. That's the first time I caught myself saying that. So good call out. Now I'm going to be super self-conscious about it.
As it should be. As it should be. I just love that. Peter and I at night talking. Hey, so why do you think Mike took that trade today?
I don't think Mike knows why he took that trade. Just so you guys know, we got some new brokers in the pipeline for those of you that are trading prop firms. I think let me grab the list here real quick. Curious if you guys work with any of these new firms. A few of these names I had not even heard of yet. We've got Trading Pick coming, Bulenox, OneUp, Alpha Futures, FundedNext, Emerge Profit, LifeUp, Trade Funder, and Top One all getting added to the platform in the next couple of weeks.
If you had asked me 2 years ago, how many like brokers or prop firms or connections or whatever are there? I'd be like, I don't know, 10, 15. Turns out it's a never-ending supply.
Well, the beauty with prop firms is they all use TradeView, so we already have the connection. It's just a logo change on our side. Right. It's not like we have to do any real integration with them. All right, so Ben Blue asks, suppose you had $4 left before being locked out for daily loss. What would you do to get out? Ben Blue says, I have FundedNext. Great, cool. Well, we have that coming soon. You can, of course, sort of bypass the wait here. Remember that you can always just connect the broker, choose TradeView as your futures broker. If you don't see your favorite prop firm in our list, you can just go to futures. If you know they're supported on TradeView, add TradeView as your broker. Oops, did I do this wrong? Yeah, if I hit TradeView and I just hit TradeView again and I connect the TradeView account, just log in with your prop firm credentials and it will connect the account that way. So there's always a back door to add an account with a prop firm that we don't necessarily list on that side. What an interesting question. All right, so you have $4 of drawdown left. How would you manage that situation? Risk brackets, stop loss set to $1 and $2. Which asset would be cheapest? I guess MES maybe. Obviously it's going to be a micro. You want something with the smallest per point move. MES.
I think Bitcoin futures is the smallest.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think that's 10 cents per point. But I mean, if you only really know equities, so you could do MBT maybe. Micro Bitcoin futures is 10 cents per point. Okay, we get it.
Whoa, I love that.
A lot of stuff
hearing that in the background.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh my god,
he was going crazy. Yeah, I'd probably maybe play around with Bitcoin, but with that little drawdown left, I'd call the account toast at that point.
So I've done it before.
You have? You've gotten out of a $4 balance?
100%. Yeah. Well, the thing is to remember is if you're on Top Step, I don't know if the other places are the same. There's a buffer, so you're actually $100. But let's say you've eaten that buffer and you really are $4 away. Mm-hmm. I wait until between 6 and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going right into before any sessions open, where the price is flat. I put my order in, and the moment that position is $2 in profit, I move my break even to the $2, and then you just nurse it. And you can nurse your trade $2 at a time, $5 at a time, back up to where it needs to be. I've done it 3 times already.
Got it. Okay.
Is it worth it? No. Just kill the account and get another one.
Just put a trade on, get out of there. Yeah, sometimes to me, when the drawdown is that close, it's just easier to start over with a fresh account. Because now not only do you have to make $3,000 or $6,000, you got to make up the difference in your drawdown as well.
It does put a different, like you have to look for a perfect setup for yourself. Like it really puts you in the skill of that. You're like, I know this next button press might be my last one. And so I like that feeling. Sorry, not like the feeling. If I have to do it anyway, I might as well use it as practice for perfect entries.
That makes sense.
But then I crawl out from, $5 away from blowing out the account up to 2,000, and then I'll lose a 2,000. I go, why didn't I just use the same mentality that I had at $5 here at 2,000? Oh, it's a problem for a different day.
Yeah, I figured it was just the daily loss you were talking about, Ben. That's really kind of the only number that matters anyway. The balance is irrelevant. It's our trailing drawdown that we have to follow.
All right, ¿qué pasa aquí with the price here?
¿Qué pasa aquí?
It's like all the life just disappeared.
Yeah, I mean, there's still quite a bit of orders. There's a lot of a war here, so it does still look like a reversal point. Sellers just stepped in around 675. They're obviously trying to defend the session VWAP here. This still could be a VWAP bounce, but let's see if we can break down from here. I'd probably be looking to get short about 617.
Well, I'm short now, but it doesn't look good.
It's a tough one. We've been below VWAP for several bars now. It looks like the right move. There's 100 NQ contracts at 575. So if we do push one more level down, there's a lot to eat through there.
That's why I can never wait for the confirmation. If I'm trading manually, I'm in that trade right away.
All right, I'll try it. This is this will be a point of control move. It's looking bearish.
It does look bearish, doesn't it, Mike?
It does look bearish. Seems like the right move. Scalp below. Let's go trend below, actually.
My favorite line for Mike is always, I'm willing to pay to find out.
I've
never heard anyone else say that.
It looks really bearish.
Really...
You shouldn't have told me that one, because now I'm just going to say it all the time, even when I'm right.
All right, 3 minutes left to the close of the 50-minute candle. Let's see where the fireworks goes.
All right, so we put on the one contract. For those of you following along here, I like to go to the signals tab on TradersPost to keep an eye of all of my incoming signals, regardless of what strategy I'm sending it to. In this case, this was a VWAP bounce. And you can see here, this executed across all of my accounts here. What's nice is I send everything from my own custom Chrome extension, which also allows me to keep track of other things inside the trade using my extras property. So I know which strategy I sent, which leg it is, what trade type it is, are we above or below VWAP? And I'm looking to bake in other properties in here as well to start keeping track of this stuff. When I download all the data, it also helps me go back and analyze which of my strategies were working and which ones weren't.
Right.
What's going on here? Why didn't you cancel the... Oh, it just took a while to refresh. That was weird. It looked like the buy limit orders were still open. And I'm like, are you about to put me long? What's happening?
All right, come on. Don't do that silly thing here at the 15-minute candle.
That thing you do. We're back at POC.
Don't find support now.
Yeah, this is choppy here. Just in this zone here around 630. I see, let me zoom in a little bit. 79 contracts at 645, trying to sell it further. And buyers have pushed down to 25,600 now. Oh, I correction. That's actually a lift of the offer. So they moved up to 600.
All right, I'm moving my stop loss real tight to break even.
Okay.
Because I don't know what's going to happen here in 2 minutes.
I don't either. This is looking sideways now from the 844 candle.
I do the thing where I put my stop loss into break even select profit, and then I have a limit order at the right beyond the low of the lowest candle, and then just so that if it does like bounce up and then flush down, I get back into the trade.
So 5 trades from the open starting yesterday, 80% win rate, profit factor of 4. Isn't that great? If only I could do that for 1,000 trades.
That's impossible. Okay. 18 seconds. Come on.
Almost done.
We went offline.
Yeah, we went offline. I lost my internet for a second there.
All right, I put us back online.
Okay.
Let's see if that's working.
Yeah, that was weird.
Unfortunately, everyone got flushed out. Sorry, guys.
My bad. No, I don't know what happened. Restream went down for a second. Yeah, we keep ending up in these weird zones where buyers and sellers are fighting it out, and we can't seem to travel more than a few points. I mean, it's I think we've confirmed below the band now. We've just opened the new 2-hour candle below the band, so we've got some room to head down here, potentially down to 550. There's 102 contracts down at 575. I'm going to go ahead and try to stay short here.
Same.
I've got a really tight trailing stop, though, so I may get stopped out early. But I'm going to let this one go.
Cyber gremlins are in effect. Mike Davis says like that.
Sounds right. Hey, Aventura, are you still having issues with TradingView and their webhooks? It's actually been weeks now since I've fired off a webhook alert from TradingView because I've been using this Chrome extension that I built, which we want to make available to you guys as well. We're still wrapping up some API work and making our way through the endpoints that are going to be necessary for this extension to work. But essentially, you'll be able to fire off trades from anywhere. Here's kind of this is more of a prototype than a model that we would give you guys, but essentially it's going to show you each of your strategies and give you the ability to send your orders to TradersPost. You can input your own properties, and we'll make this open source so that you can modify it to your heart's content. And then we list out all the accounts you have in your account and your strategies. And I really think I'll probably bake in the lockout feature as well, so that people can do that from the Chrome extension.
So fun. God, I love when people make their own tool sets.
Yeah, I think given that it will have its own Claude Code instructions when we launch it, people should be able to just download, Claude Code or Cursor and download our extension and immediately have the ability to make modifications to it. Good to hear, Aventura. In fact, if you guys want to start putting together a wish list of what you love from an extension that would live, in your charts or next to your charts, for me, it lives next to my chart on Tradeovate. So I'm able to watch my live positions. I keep track of everything that's open. And then if I want to add to my position at any point, I've got these extra properties I send over to indicate if this is leg 1, leg 2, leg 3. I set my take profit and my stop loss. It operates exactly like a typical order form with the broker, but I know that it's going out to TradersPost to trade all my accounts at the same time.
I'm going to want the Electron app version of it with a floating window that is transparent when my mouse is away from it and then visible when it's over it. I love floating windows.
Okay, that's cool. So you're going to help me make that version of it. I don't think I've done any Electron work.
Oh, it's essentially the same as doing websites.
Yeah.
That's what's so wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, can you just fall already? God, dang
this is what I'm talking about. We get into these weird zones where it just keeps warring back and forth. 6-7 contracts on either side. If it's browser based, I'd need to set the server. No, not necessarily. We're going to make it to where the actual webhook request gets sent over the browser client side to TradersPost. So you don't have to set up a local server. The extension, of course, is browser based itself, but it just communicates directly with TradersPost.
All right, I got break evened out.
Me too.
So I'm flat for the day.
So now I'm starting to wonder if the idea of the long here is starting to improve. Do you think that was the bottom for the session and now we rally above VWAP?
Let's see what's going on with the dollar. It's the dollar rising that's making me, because I didn't see the short coming today.
Gotcha.
But I do like the idea of going long here, so I will try that.
All right. Well, we just touched back to point of control. The buyers are eating through the seller orders. It looks really good for a reversal. God dang it. I didn't realize how many times I said that, Tom.
Yep. Absolutely. It used to be I would yell on stream, you can't tell what a chart will look like, but you completely would ignore me and just never respond to it.
Okay, I'm going to wait a couple minutes here. I've done pretty well with my trading today. Got a handful of trades left. I'm still in profit for the day.
Did you try the long here or no?
No, not yet. I see it breaking the regression trend. I like it here, but I'm going to wait for a close above VWAP before I go long.
Right.
We're not far enough away from VWAP for me to like this as a regression reversal.
Right.
I'd like to see price, at least 150 points away from VWAP, because that's sort of a mean reversion trade, right? Where we get so far away from VWAP that it's most likely going to revert back and test VWAP again. So this isn't a very good regression reversal trade. This is more of a wait for a VWAP cross, which is my, one of my 4 strategies.
All right. So how do you feel about ending that there today?
Sounds good. I think we're up. We've learned some lessons here from the market today that they're not going to travel very far from the open. So we'll probably end up in one of those situations where the first hour is, if you made the move, you got it. If you didn't, then you got to wait for the the slowdown, and then it will just drift for the rest of the day. That's what the last 2 sessions have been like. I don't know if you've participated in these moves for the last few sessions, but once it calms down after the first hour, it seems to just drift for the rest of the session.
Yeah, its trend starts at 10 or at 12. That's what I've seen with NASDAQ.
Ooh, I like the rhyming version of that. The trend starts at 10. All right, guys.
So we'll be back.
We'll keep working on tooling here at TradersPost to give you guys the best automated execution platform on the planet. Love hanging out with you guys as always. Thanks for being here, Aventura. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Mikey. Thanks, Benjamin. And we'll see you guys tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m.
Cheers,
Bye, folks.
everybody.